All right, hey everybody. Welcome to Casual Conversations with the Homies. We got Tito, Guru, Raymir, Guru, Tito, Guru, Raymir, Tito, Raymir, Guru. Whatever all way combination. Just us three here on the GRT Sports Network. We're here with our NFL Week 3 picks. I guess I just. I mean, if you have anything else you want to talk about, we can. But I guess I can. I have them all tallied up. So, um, two people are tied. It's one clear cut winner. For right now. But through two NFL weeks, um, Tito, you at 15 wins. Guru, you're at 15. I'm at 18. I'm the go to the show.
Yeah.
Clear three games. You're clear. All right. I
Yeah.
see how it is.
Damn.
I see how it is.
Yeah. So,
I'm picking blindfolded too. Golly.
Right. If anything, I made up last week. I think I had a
yeah.
really good week last week.
Yeah, last week you had a good week. I had a great week last week too as well. But all right,
There you go. Well, now let's go straight to pick'ems. Obviously, we're starting the show a little bit later, and then we can kind of chop it up at the end. See how much time we have, if that's cool with y'all.
go ahead.
It's fine.
Trying to get, obviously the games are at 10 o'clock, so got to get on that red zone. We need to see Washington. But speaking of Washington, the first game that I have on the docket, I have Washington versus Buffalo. Buffalo is -7.
I'm gonna go last. So I don't want you guys cherry picking me.
Okay.
Guru's the cherry picking. All right, I see how it is.
All right, I got Buffalo.
So I got Washington.
I'm not
All
surprised. I knew you were going to go there. You hate Josh Allen. We're not. The viewers are not surprised.
No. Go ahead, Tito, real quick, and then we can say something.
I'm going to say Washington. I'm going to take the point.
I'm saying it because of their offense, Buffalo's offense. That's all I'm saying. That's why.
Okay.
Hey, they showed up. Yes, they showed up last week, but I'm going to take the points on this one.
All right.
They're playing a good defense.
I went Buffalo.
All right. The next game that I have Chicago versus Cleveland. Cleveland is -7.5.
I got Cleveland.
Chicago.
I'm a little torn. The 7.5 scares me a little bit, man. But I'm gonna say Cleveland. I think they put it together. So I'm with you, Raymir. The next game you got Baltimore versus Detroit. Baltimore is 7.5. -7.5.
This is a hard one for me. Like I've been kind of studying because
going with Baltimore.
I like both
Baltimore
teams,
for me.
but I think Jared Goff. I'm a golf fan, so I'm gonna go Baltimore on this one. Though let me not be stupid. Baltimore lost to a great team, but go ahead.
Right. The next one's going to be Indianapolis versus Tennessee. Tennessee is -5.
I got Tennessee, man. I feel like they're getting back to what they're doing, and they used Julio Jones last week, so I got Tennessee.
Tennessee for me too.
I got Tennessee as well.
Mm.
All right. The next one is going to be a game that I'm going to be watching closely. You got the Chargers versus Kansas City. Kansas City is -7.
Kansas City for me.
I got Kansas City.
I got the Chargers
man,
here, man.
See, this is why you don't win, Tito. Not just joking.
There you go. We'll see. I was the only one singing Buffalo's praises last week, and they showed up. So
this is true. Yeah, Buffalo versus Miami. Juan is on there. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. All right. So the next one is New Orleans versus New England. New England is -3.
I got New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I think Winston bounces back. I'm gonna go New Orleans here too. All right, the next one, you got Atlanta versus the Giants, New York Giants. Giants are -2.5.
I have the Giants.
I got the Giants.
I got Giants as well, unfortunately.
I
just want to see them lose.
Hey, Guru, check it out. It's all good. It don't even matter.
Yeah. You guys went at the same time. It's all good. We got video evidence, man. All right, we have Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is -2.5.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh here too. I like what I see from Cincinnati. I like their offense, but I think Pittsburgh can squeak it out by 3.
For sure.
Yeah. I got Pittsburgh.
Who you got, Ramir?
Pittsburgh.
There you go. All right. So the next one's going to be Arizona. And these are still morning games, guys. This is the last of the morning games. You have Arizona versus Jacksonville. Arizona is -8.
Jacksonville.
You got Jacksonville?
No. Arizona.
Wait, I was about to say, dude. I was like, Guru, you still asleep? You still asleep, dude?
I like Guru believes in a rookie quarterback. That's white? What?
I got Arizona here. I mean, 8 is a lot of points, but it's Jacksonville. Come on.
Right.
All right. The first of the late games, or afternoon games, you have New York Jets versus Denver. Denver is -10.
Denver. Teddy MVP.
I'm worried about this 10, man, and I don't want to go up against the grain as the show as you guys in this show knows me, but I'm gonna say Denver. I
don't throw you your nugget.
Zach Wilson can throw 4 interceptions.
Right? Zach Wilson, throwing it. Yeah, hey, he's completing all these passes. I mean, offense and defense, but
Rodgers.
Another afternoon game, you have Miami versus the Raiders. Raiders are -3.5. I say Raiders here.
Cool, you're muted.
I take. Are you waiting on me, Raymir?
Yeah. So I'm
okay. I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Real is out of your patent picking mind.
Shocker.
Hey, I knew it. That's why I waited. Guru, that's why I said
I'm like Kobe Brissett. Kobe Brissett. He's better than Tua, I think.
I worry about the run game. Is Jacobs playing?
I think.
I don't know.
But guy,
I don't think he is. A part of me wants to say I don't think he's playing, but I worry about the run game. But nah, Raiders. I like what I see from them so far. So Raiders here. Obviously, Raiders.
Yeah, I'm obviously gonna pick the Raiders. I don't see me not picking the Raiders till like week 12 probably.
There you go. The next game, which is gonna be a game that I'm gonna watch definitely on the afternoon docket, and I'm sure you guys are too. Tampa Bay versus the Rams. This line is a straight pick 'em. It's even 0-0.
Yeah, I got Tampa.
I got the Rams.
I got Tampa Bay.
I got the Rams.
Yep, that's why I'm getting. Hey, dang, Tito, you really riding for all these LA teams? I see it.
Hey.
No, man.
That's where he's from. Hey. He's from LA. He's a.
You'll see. It's all right though. I'm a Bay transplant. You guys know me. I'm Bay enough, man. Come on.
Come on. Nah, the Chargers are gonna beat KC. Nah, the Rams are gonna totally obliterate the Super Bowl champions. That's looking good on offense, defense, and special teams. You're right. All right, go ahead, Tito.
Hey, we'll see. Hey, no, Tampa Bay's scary, man. I mean, Tom Brady's the GOAT. I'm not gonna deny that, man. Tampa Bay is scary, but I'm gonna go Rams, man. I think that defense is finally starting to wake up. So we'll see. The next game is gonna be Seattle versus Minnesota. Seattle is -2. I got Seattle all day.
Just know, I got Seattle too, but they barely beat the Colts last week. The Rams. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead. I got Seattle.
It's okay.
This is like Michigan State versus Wisconsin, Russell Wilson versus quarterback. I'm taking the Seahawks. Josh Gordon is back. I don't know if he's playing though. I just know
all right.
He signed.
And then the evening game, you got Green Bay, who always loses to this team called the San Francisco 49ers. Niners are -3.
Who are they playing? Who is it again? I'm sorry.
Green Bay.
Green Bay?
Green Bay versus the Niners.
Whew. I hate both of them. To be honest, both cause me a lot of heartache and pain. But I gotta choose one. So I guess I will go with 49ers. I hate them. I'm going with them. 49ers. Damn it.
This is actually a hard one for me. I'm gonna go with Green Bay
It
because
is.
I'm not about to pick the Niners. I'm gonna just keep it solid.
That was my deciding factor too, Raymir. This one's definitely a hard one. I mean, the 3 points are enticing enough. But there's just something. I mean, it's not the playoffs, so thankfully, but everything that we've seen from Shanahan has been owning LaFleur. And there's just, I mean, these teams have played enough times in the past 3 years.
hmm
I'm gonna go with Green Bay though. I can't say Niners, but it's gonna be a close tip.
Yeah.
Then you have your Monday night game. Monday night, unfortunately, both of these teams are televised. You have Philadelphia versus Dallas. Dallas is -3.5.
Well, Guru, we'll let you go last. Let me think this over.
Thank you. God,
We'll let you go.
wait for that.
We'll let you go last because
All right,
you know what? I think. Go ahead, Tito. You seem like you got to say something.
I'm gonna do something that I don't think I've ever done on this show, which is gonna be quite surprising. But I'm gonna say this game genuinely ends in a tie.
What?
Look at Raymir. Look at Guru. Look at Guru. But if that happens, guess what? If that happens, Philadelphia wins it because it's it's -3.5 by Dallas. So you can put me down for Philly.
Okay.
Right there.
I think you got two great teams. Psych. I'm going Philadelphia.
Dallas.
You guys are in turmoil.
I know y'all doing that to fight me. Y'all really don't think that but that's cool.
Nah, I'm joking.
Nah,
I got Dallas for real. I ain't got.
I'll be very, very unbiased in this observation, Guru. Dallas is playing well. Dallas is playing well. I still worry about the run game. I was here week 1. I still worry about the run game. Like, what the hell is Zeke doing? Like, where is he? I mean, Pollard, I guess, is giving him a different dynamic. And you're relying on your defense, man. Your defense is looking all right, but you're relying on that one individual, that one young rookie stud, on there, man. But you guys are playing good, man. I'm not going to take anything away from you.
Yeah.
I still think Hurts is coming to his own, man. I mean, Philadelphia, it was a defensive tilt versus the Niners. It was a back and forth, like I wasn't expecting. I expected that from the Niners. They have a pretty good defense. I wasn't expecting that from Philly, but that shows you that Philly's playing a different type of game right now as well. So yeah, hey man, this is a tough game. This is the tough game, but I think Hurts is coming to its own, man. I think he can push it over.
It's a rivalry, so I expect a good game. My son is a diehard Eagles fan. He has a tattoo. Eagles, the stepfather, Eagles fan from Philadelphia. But look, it's gonna be a slaughter knocker, but we're gonna come out on top.
Yeah, I got Dallas. They playing good right now, so I can admit that. I'll give it to them. Even though Guru as a fan gets on my nerves, like all Cowboys fans, but the Philadelphia Eagles, man, I feel like Jalen Hurts. He has to do something, and he might do it on Monday night. Who knows? And as far as the running back situation, I think it's a good thing, a good problem for the Cowboys to have. Like, Zeke is not giving you he's not rushing like how he normally does, but he's getting touchdowns and he's getting 75 yards, and Pollard's getting 115. So, any coaching staff.
Yeah.
RB1, Pollard, RB1.
Nah. I think Zeke kind of he softens up the defense And then when the fast guy come in, it makes sense. Can you just? I know this is not week 4, but what's the Thursday night game? Because we be missing those from our counts.
Yeah, let me pull it up
It's
real
a
quick,
week
dude.
game though. Just know Thursday nights is back to having trash.
Yeah, all of them are boo boo, man.
Man, it's like the
They
first.
might turn if teams win this week. They might not be after this week. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see once we find out what game it is. I know it's between 2 weak teams that I picked to lose.
Texas really weren't weak though. Texas was missing
And
their
I
quarterback.
understand
They
that,
would have
but it
beat. They
was a
would have beat.
weak game that was put on TV.
This one's a gimme, man. Thursday's game is gonna be Jacksonville versus Cincinnati.
Yep, weak game. I told you, it's two
Yes,
teams that I picked to lose this week. Yep.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati in that one though.
I got Bengals here too, man.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals, man.
Yeah, Jackson.
But yeah,
Yeah. All
we
right.
didn't. Shout out to Jose in the comments,
Yeah, I
but
see. He picks
he
Denver.
had
Go ahead.
Hey,
yeah,
Jose.
He has
he
Denver.
said
Yeah,
Green
too.
Bay and San Francisco home team wins, so San Francisco's at home.
Francisco
So
at home, and he
So
picked.
Jose likes Denver. You like Denver, Jose?
Yeah.
he
All
likes
right.
Denver. He
Jose,
likes
what do you think of Teddy Bridgewater? Because I've been saying all along that I feel like he's quietly going to build an MVP resume, and no one's talking about it.
You got to give him a few seconds to see. Guru, you kind of cut off, but basically, Guru's saying, "What do you think
he
about Teddy
he
Bridgewater's?"
responded.
He responded.
No, he didn't. I was gonna say he responded with Dallas sucks.
No, he didn't say that. He picked Dallas to win.
He didn't, by the way. He didn't. He actually chose Dallas. He actually went Dallas over Philly, man.
Smart man.
I'm all by myself on this one.
Yeah, you're
All by
a
yourself.
tie. Come on. Who answers this? You know what else I want
Hey,
to talk
but that
about? I
means
want to
Philly
talk
wins.
about Ben Simmons real fast. I know our NFL picks are over, but
Yeah,
Ben
yeah.
Simmons is wild. I don't understand it. Somebody help me understand why he wants to get out of Philadelphia when he's the one that's playing bad.
Easily, number one, Philadelphia. For anyone who follows sports, Philadelphia is the toughest place to play outside of New York. I mean, they're literally brutal to their sports figures.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not be Charles Barkley, AI, Julius Erving, Mike Schmidt, we can go on and on and on. He's baseball for those who don't know. But, listen, when you can't make a 10-footer, and you're going to be sensitive instead of working on your game, then, he's not built for Philadelphia is the bottom line. He's just not built for a town like that. He needs to go somewhere where, he could be – Philly's only going to make him tough, and he doesn't want to be tough. That's all I got to say.
Oh, yeah. Guru, I think you're right. Jose, he answered your question. He said, and I quote, he says, Teddy Bridgewater is middle of the pack at best. Guru.
Thank you for that. We'll see.
Hey, middle of the pack would make him, a top 15 quarterback. So I think you're right with that.
After this week, Jose, the next week after week 7, get back with me because the Denver Broncos have a gauntlet of a schedule, and then we'll revisit that after week 7.
Hell yeah! All right. Yeah. To talk about a little bit about Ben Simmons, man. I mean, I won't lean too much into this, but where did he was a top recruit right off the bat. He didn't come out of nowhere. People knew he was playing. Yes, Australian. But he was a top recruit.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he decide to go to school? He played for LSU.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a basketball powerhouse. So that that can tell you a little bit about where, what he is. Like, he knew he was going to go to the league. He knew he was going to be in the NBA, right? And it's like, obviously I don't know him personally or anything like that, but he went to a non-basketball playing school, and then even watching that college season, I mean, he was putting up numbers, but there were some games where he wasn't showing up either. You know, he was more of a facilitator. I feel like that's his strong suit of his game. I mean, his defense. He's still an elite defender in the league. I think he's one of the top 5 defenders in my opinion. Till this day, it's definitely his offense. It's definitely, you know, that struggle that's setting him aside. Um, but he, you can tell he didn't want no smoke, man. Like I think you're right in saying he's not cut out for Philly. It's not for him. He doesn't want the pressure. You know, I think he wants to go straight to a super team. He wants to go somewhere that has a different type of alpha where he can just kind of be the Draymond in somebody's Warriors, you know, um, system. But I don't know. I mean, you know, everything that I've been hearing, reading, everything like that. I mean, it sounds like he wants a team built around him. And that could be a whole different story. But I mean, I think he has bigger issues than just having a team built around him. Like for you to be the size that he is and have the IQ that he has to pass up on a 5-foot layup, it's there's definitely something that's wrong there, you know. But
Yeah, he has a mental issue, man. And not
Yeah.
to make like fun of him, but he does, and I don't understand why he's acting like he can't make himself better or do anything about it. Like they had Stephen A. talking to Doc Rivers, and Doc Rivers said it plain out loud, like they want him back. Like of course he wants to leave, but they're gonna try to everything to do him. They're gonna try everything to get him back. If he doesn't want to return, he has a contract, so they held the cards. And if like, do you not want to play basketball anymore? And I don't know, him being oversensitive, living in Philly and playing in Philly. Like I get it, the media is kind of cruel out there, but it's like he not meant to play in Philly. He not meant to play in the NBA with that type of attitude. If you're not gonna really like, address nothing, work on the shots. Like you see everybody see the replays. He's right there under the basket, can cherry pick a layup, and he like passes it up in the fourth quarter, on crucial time. And it's like I understand you're a facilitator, and we're not. Everybody doesn't score, but it's times where you got to do certain things, and he just I feel like he don't want to do it. And I'm not saying he copping out. Like, of course, you might not like the guys in Philadelphia, your teammates and whatnot, but it's not that bad. Unless something personal happened and then they're not exposing it, I don't see why he's like trying to rush out of there so fast. When the
yeah,
team is somewhat built around him, like they got Tobias Harris, what's his name? Yeah, Tobias.
yep,
Yeah, they got him to shoot. They brought in Jimmy Butler that one year and got rid of Jimmy Butler because he was hard on your case and they chose you over him. Bad decision. So I don't know, Ben Simmons. He has to like look himself in the mirror though, and I feel like I actually think he needs to take more accountability for what's happening in Philadelphia and understand that it's not that bad, that he can work on some things to get it better. Like they were like one game out of the Eastern Conference Final, and they was one Kawhi Leonard shot a couple of years ago for making it to the Eastern Conference Finals again. So I don't understand why. I just don't get it, and I just think, and I say he's a sorry NBA player. I'll just say it.
Golly.
Yeah, I'm like even like we like who had a messed up Markel Fultz. They drafted him number one, and his shot was messed up. But we seen him like and it was a mental thing with him as well. Like he couldn't shoot it. He kind of fidgeted up and passed it. They had to bench him, but what did he do? All season, work on it, work on it, work on it. I know he got hurt
yeah,
in Orlando, but he was throwing the ball up, shooting shots. Looking like an NBA player, passing it. Doing his thing. And I don't know, Ben Simmons. You got all the workout videos on Instagram showing you making buckets. Just put it up in the game, bro. If you miss it, you miss it.
yeah.
So you get paid a
I mean,
lot
I
of
think,
money to play. Just play.
yeah, I think we see it's just weird for him to be ghosting the team. Like it's still like, as much as I hate to say something like this, it's still a job. Like you're still getting paid to do what you got to do, you know? And for him just to say, "Hey, look, I'm ghosting my team. I'm not answering any calls. I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to do this." Like at that point it's just like, like I mean, I know that he probably ultimately just wants them to like cut his ass or anything like that, but it's just like I'm sure Philly has the cards here, like it's on Philly's dime. Like they have the contract, like he signed it. Like if anything, I know that they won't try and let him go for nothing, but it would be one of those of like, cool, like we hold your, you don't want to play, then we're gonna hold on to your contract until it's over. Like,
Yeah, he's
you know,
tripping. I don't know. Like he's not.
borderline Detroit, borderline Detroit, what they did to Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders. Like it's like cool, retire then. Like you can retire, but we're still gonna have your contract. So it is one of those situations where it's weird that he's kind of throwing this tantrum of kind of ghosting and saying he's not gonna show up, but I mean he's also doing it right, ghosting the team. Like that's a step one of saying, hey, look, I'm not gonna be there. Like
Yeah, like to me, like even last year with James Harden not wanting to play for the Rockets, he ended up showing up. But one thing there's difference between James Harden and Ben Simmons is James Harden is like a perennial All Star to where teams will want to trade for him, and I don't think the trade value for Ben Simmons, um, I think it's probably there, but what they have to give up, I don't think he's demanding that type of market to where teams will give up their whole future for him.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
probably
but I
right.
mean, I I so they were going to trade for each other essentially, right? Like Daryl Morey, who's the GM out in Philadelphia now, was the GM in Houston. Obviously, he's going to try and get, and our indications were saying that was the trade to make, like
Hmm.
a package of Ben Simmons and something around Harden. And I listen. I know we have our own show and everything, but I listen to Bill Simmons podcast a lot, and what they were saying, because he's like they're really close friends with Maury, and they know like some intel and whatnot, and it just ultimately it comes down to Harden wanted to be a net. Like Harden was going to be a net no matter what, and that's the pool that some of these players have now. Like AD had the leverage because he only had 1 year left on his contract.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, Boston was probably the team to make the trade with, but it was like, yeah, I'm gonna play out my contract, but guess what? I'm out. I don't want to stay here. So if I'm the team that's trading, why am I gonna give up as many assets knowing that this guy doesn't want to be here?
Hmm.
Harden was a different story, but at the same time, like Harden had the contract already, but ultimately he was still going to show up and do, be fat Harden or like be 50% Harden, and 50% Harden is still good. Is better in my opinion than 100% Ben Simmons, so it is one of those situations where he was still there. I mean, was he there 100%? He definitely wasn't, but he was still kind of demanding like, hey, I'm going to be a net and I'm going to be a net no matter what.
Hmm.
But then again, look what he did with the Nets team. Like we talked about it, right? But we saw a different Harden. We saw that he was the one that took a step back. He stepped up when the players were injured,
Hmm.
like when they were out. But when all three of them were there, Harden was the one that actually took a step back and said, "Nah, y'all do you. I'm gonna be here." And it's like, and he still stepped up and did his thing. So that's one of those things where it's like he's showing the type of superstar that he is, and that impressed me, not being a Rainier level Harden fan, but it is one of those things where, yeah, man, like Simmons, I don't know, man, like he's an elite defender to me. He's definitely still an all-star, right? Like we can't take away he was part of all-star game. He was having a really, really good season to begin with.
Yeah.
And I think it was, you know, for all intents and purposes, I think you're right. It is like a mental thing. It is something that he needs to, kind of work out himself in that matter. But I think it all stemmed from that trade, man. Like the talks of him being the piece that was gonna go out and bring Harden over to Philly, and I think that was like the start of the end for Ben Simmons. But you know, he's still a ball player. He still got that contract. Like I would show up and ball out and do my thing and really just be like in out. But he's hurting himself in my opinion, where it's like teams aren't gonna want to trade for that. I'm sorry, but they're not.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, so,
Yeah. Um, yeah. I agree, and I just don't I just don't get that guy, man. I feel like I don't know. To me, I just when you see certain things when it comes out with certain players across any sport, the ones who like you got those different type of players, and he's just not tier one of NBA player right now. To where I think that he needs to be making
Yeah.
demands and pouting, like not say pouting, but having a stance on his team with people that actually want him to be there and build with him. You had his Doc Rivers want him, his GM wants him. Joel Embiid put out a statement about how he wants him there, and it's like hey,
He's a crybaby.
yeah, pretty much.
He's just a
Yeah.
crybaby.
All right,
He
it's
needs to
it's
work
almost
on
it's
this
almost 10
game and
o'clock,
keep his
guys.
mouth closed.
So we have to go. We have to skedaddle. I look forward to seeing y'all next time, so I can tell you how much my picks won, and you guys suck.
It's all good. Hey, live it up, live it up. The Raiders, out of teams, I think the Raiders are looking the best right now. In my honest opinion. But hopefully they can keep it, man. The season's still young. The season's still young.
Yeah, the
I
Raiders.
won't take away.
We're a bad second half team, so
Yeah.
we'll keep
The
it.
NFC East still sucks. I'll be able to admit it. I don't know if Guru can, but the NFC East still is looking like the NFC East of last year. But there's been some good games between those teams.
Yeah, there's one franchise quarterback in that division, so it doesn't totally suck. I mean, there's someone to carry that division if they have to go further, playoff Super Bowl, that thing.
Mm.
Yeah. All righty.
All right, fellas.
Cool.
Well,
Well, thank you
we'll
guys
be texting
for the quick show.
All right.
Yeah.
Later.